Hey guys, it's Greg at Vanguard Motor Sales. Man, this thing is dwarfing me, isn't it? Look at this. This thing's got an 8-inch lift on it. It's got a 502 ramjet under the hood, 4-speed automatic trans, and she is black and she is beautiful. 87 model, bow tie up front. This thing is looking sweet. Sitting on 40s too. I mean, look at this, like a hitching post here. This thing is so cool, man. The paint job on it is absolutely gorgeous. You guys know cars, know that you've got to be a great body man to paint a car black. I mean, especially a truck like this where you got that big long side going down there. Everything's just straight as an arrow. Everything's sharp as, man, it looks good. The doors fitting awesome. All the chrome looks amazing. I mean, this thing is sweet as can be. You could use this to comb your hair if you had any. Tell you what, I love it. Then these 40s, these babies will get you through some stuff, won't it? It's got Fox shocks on it. Now stick with us because we're still gonna get this thing up on the lift so you can check out the bottom side. We're gonna show you everything you need to see. You see this custom interior also? I mean, it's looking like a brand new truck in here. Looks like a 2025 model. Looking absolutely gorgeous. Headliner looks good. All the fit and finish on everything under the, on the dash and everything looking good. It's got a tilt column in it. All the finishes are looking absolutely beautiful. I can't get over the workmanship on the entire build on this truck. Just phenomenal. This black paint's just as smooth and soft as can be. All the trim looking good. It's easy to put the receiver in. You don't even have to bend over. Put the gate down here. It's got Line-X on the bed here. That's cool, so you can actually use the bed. And you can see that this bed was in beautiful shape when they did it. I don't see any major dents or dings or anything in there. So I don't know, maybe this truck never had to work a day in its life. I'll tell you what, this is a show truck for sure. Or if you want to take this thing out mudding, just promise me you're going to clean it up. This thing is clean as a whistle, looking sweet. Love it. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we don't do any consignment whatsoever. That means we own this big old Chevy truck. Now we're going to fire it up, but before we do that, we're going to take you out in the shop, see what's going on. Now we're right here in the Motor City, so we've got great facilities for working on old cars. You know, this is where they were all born. Now we've got 25 lifts in here, 15 full-time mechanics checking stuff out. And then about 2 miles from here is our main showroom where there's over 150 cars there. So we own all of our inventory here at Vanguard. We don't do any consignment whatsoever. And a lot of people ask us, where do we find all these awesome cars? Where we're hopping on airplanes, getting in cars, driving thousands of miles, getting on our hands and knees with flashlights, checking out the bottoms of cars. We're checking them out top, bottom, inside and out. We're really picky about every car that we buy. The paint, the chrome, the underside, the suspension, the motor, the interior. Now, once we get them back here, the mechanics fully inspect every one of the cars before we park your dream in your driveway. Let's take this 87 for a ride, baby. 502 ramjet under the hood, sounding amazing, driving great for a big old lifted truck. I mean, just going down the road nice and straight, nice and comfortable. I mean, this baby's got a big old lift on it, a big old motor. She's painted up black and she is looking sweet, man. Now down here on the dash, all the stock gauges look like they're working. Super cool there, man. This thing, and again, this one's one of the ones that's bringing back a lot of memories. Back, my dad had a similar year truck, so I remember this whole dash and everything. And of course, it was early on when I first started driving, obviously. And I drove that truck all over the United States. We're a service truck. Super, super cool. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, of course it wasn't four-wheel drive either. We can deliver this baby anywhere in the world. You just give us a call at 248-974-9513. Tom will explain the whole process to you, just how easy it is to park this dream in your driveway. Now I want to thank all 2 million of you who have already subscribed to our YouTube channel. And if you haven't done that yet, please do it. It's a great way to keep track of us. Just hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell button, and you'll get a notification whenever we get a cool vehicle like this in. You may be the first one to see it. Now stick with us, because we're gonna take this big baby back to the shop. We're gonna put it up on the lift, and we're gonna show you how pretty the bottom side is. And yeah, we're gonna show you the 502 also. We are underneath the monster truck now, and man, is she looking cool under here. The first thing I see is the way they dump the exhaust out here. That's super cool. All mandrel bent, 3-inch, looking good. And then look at the size of this rear end housing, man. You want to talk about monster truck? That baby is a monster. It's got 411 gears. The previous owner says it's got a locker in there also. You can see all the new brake lines. It's got the drum brakes out back. And again, our guys at Vanguard will pull those drum brakes all apart, make sure they're all in good working order. Of course, we got the traction bars here. That keeps that rear end from wrapping up. Looks like Flowmaster mufflers. Kind of cool how they stood them up, get them up out of the way. Transfer case, all cleaned up, looking good. Looks like they've had it apart and resealed it. We've got the 4-speed automatic trans, jet-coated headers. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the 8-inch lift also, and they did it all with the springs, so they did it the right way. It's got a big old sway bar on it. It's got a dropped pitman arm on it, and a drop link arm on it. All the steering, everything looking absolutely gorgeous on this thing. Now she does have disc brakes up front, and the guys will also check those all out, make sure they're in good working order. You can see the chrome on the front bumper looking new. And then I really love these 40s, baby. These babies are awesome. Love these aluminum wheels too. And then it's got the lockout hubs. For those of you who don't know, back in the old days, we had free and lock. So if you put it in 4-wheel drive inside the truck and this is in free, you're not gonna have 4-wheel drive till you get out and put it in lock position. So just so you know. These are 40 by 13.5 by 17s, and they are looking awesome. And then look at that black paint, man. What a slick black paint job on a monster truck like this. Super duper cool. Everything looking nice and clean here, right down to the bottom edge. And then out back, of course, same size tire back here. I got the American Racing logo there, so I'm assuming these wheels came from American Racing. And these tires don't even look like they got a mile on them, man. These babies are badass. Yeah, they're the same size as the other side are up front. Let's get under the hood and look at that 502. All right, the only way to look at the motor in this thing is to crawl up on this 40. Look at this 502 in here. It's got the ramjet setup on it. This is a GM Performance motor. We got power steering, power brakes, firewall's nice and clean. We got AC units all blacked out. Looks like the evaporator and all that is original to the truck. They did a real nice job sticking this baby in there. It's got a late model alternator on it. It's got a serpentine belt setup in it. Looks like a big old Griffin radiator. I mean, this thing is set up, ready to go four-wheeling, guys. Ready to go to any car show. I mean, or I should say truck show. And I mean, talk about an award winner. Guys, give us a call, 248-974 9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this little dream in your driveway.